Christmas
Hey!
time. Christmas time.
It's Christmas time,
This is
baby.
our first December episode.
You're
right, it is.
This is December 4th today. We're here with you guys, welcoming in December
Welcome.
22nd episode of The Empty Minds.
But we all went out for dinner.
Yeah.
I went out. We had some Mongos, which is it's a restaurant where you watch someone cook your food.
Yeah, Christian was like, I don't know if I should give this guy the food, and I was like, nah, let him cook. And then they cooked us some good shit. Mongo's is Mongolian grill. You go there, there's a bunch of frozen food. You chuck in whatever you want. They cook it right in front of you. Great stuff. If it sucks, it's on you. You pretty much made it. They just cooked it. So
That's true. It's funny how I thought before we went. My impression was that they you're sitting at the table and like they start cooking the food right in front of you, and it's like very awkward.
like hibachi.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, hibachi. That's like pretty much at hibachi. It's Japanese, and you sit around this table that's also a grill, and your chef is like Your chef is at your table, and he's air drumming. Fuck, what am I doing? He's fucking.
Does it tell you to look at you all the time? Please look at me.
Do we have any of those things?
I think so. I think we got one downtown. I've never been.
Yeah, I've never been either.
And never will.
There's some really sexual stuff that goes on. Yeah,
That's why I won't go.
I'm listening.
like they'll like shoot fucking sake in your mouth, and I don't know. I wouldn't want a man power playing me like that. He's just like, open your mouth. I'm just like, yes, daddy.
Everyone, make sure to like and subscribe. Don't forget.
Like and
yeah.
subscribe. The first time we're saying it at the start of the podcast.
We don't ask often.
We never ask. First time.
We're always
ever.
thinking of you guys.
So we never mentioned this, but we keep talking about it off stream or whatever this is. Homer's gonna strangle Bart.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're bringing it back.
That was a big reaction.
We didn't bring it up like the time after that.
Did we not? Like, I feel like we never talked about that. It's
We
actually
never
going to
did
continue.
last episode. It was said by the creator that they were like, that was just a joke. It wasn't really meant to be looked in. He's like, Homer's going to be strangling that boy still. And as we said, didn't like it's not like it's a big deal if they took it out or not. I just don't like them having to change things because of having to change
I
things.
feel like we're the only ones that care.
Yeah, we're like, fuck.
Speaking of Simpsons, though,
Matt Groening watched the Empty Minds podcast.
Yeah, Matt-
He did. He heard the outrage.
you know what? In all the commentaries involving Matt Groening, he never says that he created The Simpsons. He always just says he created Futurama. I feel like that's a nice, humble brag.
He's humble.
But-
In a way.
Who's James L. Brooks? You always see his name.
Yeah, I never heard him speak on.
Did you ever watch that Inside the Actor Studio thing?
No.
That I'm pretty sure that guy there, I think, is James L. Brooks.
I watched.
where they had like a big, like sort of stadium-ish with a lot of stairs going up, and there's just
And
a
then
lot of voice
you had
actors.
you had the cast of Simpsons there, and they would do all the voices and stuff.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
him.
okay.
Let's show the cam.
There he is.
But-
You know what? I have seen that guy. But you know what? For shows, I think it would be better to take ownership of Futurama. Like there was less misses on that show. Futurama was a pretty steady show the whole way through. Simpsons had some big lulls.
It's less family oriented with Futurama. It's more raunchy.
But let's get pumped because still segueing into The Simpsons, heavily rumored, The Simpsons movie part 2 coming out.
Second
Woo!
Simpsons movie.
Yes.
You know how fucking long it's been? It's been like 15 years since the first
I know.
Simpsons movie. It's that
That's
movie,
a long time coming.
That movie, I remember when it came out. I was on fucking Google as everybody knows, on a fucking computer in the living room.
Oh yeah.
Because that's how everybody got news. And I remember this movie was coming out, and when I saw it and it was like, oh, it's actually a good movie, I was like, what the fuck? Because I never thought that was going to happen. I didn't know that. And then when I watched the movie, fucking Ipa, the jokes, Homer giving fingers, fucking
Green Day.
Green Day's in it, fucking, I love that movie.
It is kind of regarded as like the last best Simpsons thing until I guess recently. But
You know what? I don't like it anymore.
you hate.
How dare you?
I love that movie to death, but when I watch it now, it just gives me like this really weird, icky feeling.
I don't like it as much as I did, but I can still appreciate it for
Fuck, I love that movie.
what it did
Yeah.
for cinema.
It's a classic by this point.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna make it about, but like they still have the original cast there,
Ipa!
and it's good timing because as we've said, Simpsons is apparently getting good again. So
Yeah, good.
now is the time to release a Simpsons movie with those
That's why.
writers.
One of my favorite, me and my brother's favorite long-running fucking Simpsons thing is just Mo calling Marge Midge.
Yeah,
because
Midge.
it's so
Hey,
fucking
Midge.
funny to me because he's in love with her. Like, he's head over heels.
Yeah.
The only woman for him is Marge, and he calls her Midge. That's so funny. Hey, Midge. And
Image.
another great character in Simpsons is Bumblebee Man. And speaking of Bumble, this is how I segue
Bumble.
into shit. I wanted to bring something up because I want an opinion because we got two guys who aren't on dating sites, two guys that are. I have been on Bumble, and I need to know what you guys think because sometimes I have on there man seeking women. So I see women, right?
Yeah.
But then every once in a while I see men.
Mhm.
Now, what do you think? And now I don't swipe on a lot of people. So now I'm wondering if the phone is like, if these guys put themselves as women to be like hiding, or maybe they're like, you know, maybe one, I'm hiding, or two, maybe I'll put myself as a woman and maybe these guys will come across me and maybe it will be like, oh, you know what? I do
Oh,
like
yeah.
this. But, or maybe the app thinks this guy doesn't know he's gay. He keeps swiping left on women.
Yeah.
So we're going to chuck some guys at him. So I don't know
Yeah.
about that, but I'm wondering if this app is like, hey, you got more going on than you
Yeah.
think.
This app's going to use AI and just predict what you are.
I've never seen guys on there before,
Oh, okay. It would be app.
but I've seen like couples that'll pop up sometimes. And I'm
I've
just like,
had
what the
some
fuck?
couples message me and they're like, hey, you want to be our third? And I'm like, I don't even want to be your first. You know what I mean? Like, you guys aren't that cool.
There's like 5 people involved at this
Yeah.
point.
Like, dating apps are fucking weird. Like, they'll be like, you'll see a picture and it'll be like, oh, fucking Renee. And then there's like a picture of like 6 people. And then you're like, oh, okay, that's just like their first picture. But then as you go down, there's like 5 more pictures and they all contain the same people. I'm like, what am I fucking playing? Where's Waldo with women? Like, what the fuck's going on?
That's funny.
Yeah, I've kind of. It's so much easier, I think, talking to people in person. It like dating apps. It to me is just like you don't get the right vibe of the person, and I also just hate having to come up with like these stupid bios about yourself. It's just like, oh, single father.
I know. I just
3,
wish it
and
was
I'm
like, just ask. You know, just ask me. It's easier to
Yeah.
have a conversation.
Then you're gonna post these photos of whatever. And it's just like,
What are you posting?
Creepy.
What is your dick over there? And you gotta post these photos.
Yeah.
Again.
It's
I'm
very,
forced to shower and spread myself on the bed.
you look too good than you actually are.
Yeah.
Wait, did you say Ford's dick looks better than it actually is? And but with these dating apps, it's, I don't know, it's just such a weird fucking thing to be like, I type very proper punctuation, and I feel like that's off-putting to some. Like, it's like, it's like this guy's
Just be like
taking it too
this.
seriously.
Just be like this on the picture.
like it's hard for me to.
James Bond.
I'm always wondering how to like, because I just like, I'm just chill and I'll say whatever. And I'm just like, is that the way? I mean, I don't have a girlfriend, so it's obviously not working or whatever. So I'm just like, I don't know. And I've heard from women or a woman who's used dating apps a lot, destroyed me. but and I have heard a lot of these conversations and the way things go from that angle anyways. And but that was a weird thing to say.
From that angle.
But it's like, I don't know, a lot of these guys are fucking losers. Just the stupid shit they come up with.
This is how he's pumping himself up.
That's right.
Everybody's just saying
Yeah.
himself. Everybody's
Everyone's
losers.
fucking
I'm
stupid,
fucking
right?
awesome. Why don't they like me?
And it's just so like corny and stupid cheesy lines, and it's just like, oh man, I don't know.
Everybody has long sleeve.
I just rather wait, what?
Oh, look at that. What the fuck is going on here?
Oh yeah, we
I
all,
thought we
fall
all
asleep
agreed
today.
to t-shirts.
It's like a really depressing like fucking.
What are you guys talking about?
We're all long, or long, we all have long sleeves.
Yeah.
Damn, thanks, brother.
Not Christian, no.
I've got. How do you know? How do you know?
Yeah.
You exposed him. No, but yeah, I guess Christian didn't get the memo. It was long sleeve day.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Holy fuck.
Dating apps
Segues.
and stupid.
Bumblebees.
I don't know.
Speaking of bees.
Dating apps, the thing about it is there's a lot of there's just a lot. Like when I look back to high school and how I met people, it was like, it wasn't like somebody new came to class and whatever. And even when someone new came to class and whatever, and everyone had a crush on that person, it was like you got to know that person over, you saw them a lot every day, and it was like, so you're exposed to a lot, and then when you eventually date somebody, it's like just kind of know them already.
Yeah. I just wish everybody was a little bit more approachable, because I wish, like, if I went up to somebody and I was like, hey, I'm Alex, whatever, blah, 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 nice to meet you. That could be a nice topic. And if somebody wasn't interested, they could just be like, oh, I'm not really interested. I'm not looking for that. That's okay. Like, that rejection's all right. But I feel like everybody's so standoffish now. Like, if I went to approach somebody and be like, I think you're very, so like, fuck off, creep. And I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. And with dating apps, it's like, now that people feel like that's the only way to do it, but then there's like now on dating apps, everybody's so picky, and it's like everybody thinks they're above their standards because they are who they are, and because there's so much accessibility to everybody in the world, they think they can have the top 1% on these apps.
Yeah.
So then it's just like everybody thinks they can have the top 1%, but not everybody's the top 1%.
Mm-hmm.
So then we're all like us average
I'm
Joes.
a 10.
You fucking right you are. Come here. Yeah, the dating scene is fucking weird. Never experienced this. Like, we were in relationships since we were fucking young boys becoming men. So now it's like, now we're unleashed into the wild, and we don't really know how to do this because it was easier because we knew people through other people, and that's how you
Like through school and crap like that.
Yeah, through school.
Or I've always hear stories of like people in the bar, and you're looking at this chick, and she's like, did I say the barn?
He said the barn.
Did I fucking say the barn? You're looking at this chick.
A bunch of animals.
Chick.
This fucking... Holy
yeah. At
Fucking
the
chicks
bar,
and
yeah.
cows and fucking pigs.
No, but I've always heard these stories of like, so you have this woman and this man, they're kind of been staring at each other all night or this and that, and I just feel like you just look like a fucking creep staring at somebody, like they're gonna call security.
Yeah. Oh god.
People are so online nowadays, they probably don't even know how to socialize properly. So when someone does approach them, it's not as easy as it would have been in like the, I don't know, early 2000s even.
No, I think I can be pretty charming at times. A lot of times I am reserved, but I don't know. Just I'm a lot better one-on-one than I am in a group. I don't like being judged. And like, if you're approaching a woman that is with a bunch of other ones, that's intimidating as fuck.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, because I feel like there's a weird social dynamic there. Like, they're not going to be themselves, right?
Yes,
They're going to be someone else.
This is why what I suggested when we went to the bar last weekend, we need to start a band. They'll come to us. This is exactly why.
They'll come to us.
They'll come for us.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a bit of a risky joke. Speaking of women who can handle it, but would never handle me, Dolly Parton, beautiful lady in her 70s, still beautiful, still crushing it, but she is in the news. She's in the Twitterverse, and she's getting torn to shreds.
Why?
Beautiful, precious, amazing Dolly Parton wore a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader outfit on stage, and she was showing her knockarounds and her legs and her stomach, and people were like supposedly like outraged that this older woman was showing skin and dressing like this, which is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
If you got it, you got it. And Dolly still fucking got it.
Yeah, she's almost 80, like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your
yeah, she is.
That's your type.
She's 80, holy fuck.
That's your type, Forrest.
Yeah, exactly.
Dolly Parton? Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck. Dolly Parton, I saw that picture. Woman's still out there crushing it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, amazing singer, amazing.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know.
Amazing personality.
Yeah, exactly.
Her personality. She's got two huge, amazing personalities. Okay,
Yeah.
right
Those
there.
eyes.
Oh yeah, they're round. I'll tell you that. No, but Dolly, sweet woman, one of the sweetest women, and big humanitarian. Great person. Could sing her praises all day, but also very beautiful woman, and has been her entire life, and still is. And if she wants to dress like that, let me look at her.
Oh, let me.
let me see them knockarounds, because
Let it be.
just let Dolly be. Let her do her own thing.
I like that's how we switch topics. Just like, speaking of that.
Speaking
So
of
a movie that I wanted to see. Well, I was on the fence. Napoleon Napoleon seemed like a pretty good movie based on the trailers, but a lot of the people that would probably be interested in don't want to see it for like various strange reasons, and it's bombing. So I guess a lot of other people didn't want to see it either.
That was pretty
Oh,
funny because
damn.
you're like, it looked pretty good from the trailers. When I saw that trailer, I thought it looked like shit,
Really?
and it wasn't.
So what made it? What specific? Like, does anything stand out?
No, it was.
It seemed like a very
did.
generic
It
like
did.
history.
It seemed like it was gonna be okay. It seemed like this movie should have been a great historical epic, but then they chuck in war pigs in the trailer, and I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden they do stuff to make it look like Napoleon's like a fucking gangster. Like he's just sitting there, and it's like generals gathered in their masses, and then he's just sitting there, and he's like all deadly, and then this girl's just shooting her fucking puss, and he's just sitting there like. I was like, what the fuck is this?
This movie's already horrible.
Napoleon the Kingpin.
Yeah.
Everything, like a lot of stuff in that trailer, it's like they want you to go, oh, fuck, Napoleon.
Yeah, like Ridley Scott was probably just trying to be
Really
modern.
cringy.
You
I think
know?
Walking Phoenix, his acting,
Joaquin.
Joaquin, yeah. Joaquin Phoenix. I think his acting in the movie, or at least the trailer, looked really fucking.
I'm sure
good.
he brought it. Like he.
Like
Oh,
that,
he always
brings the
that's
best
what
part.
that's what I was hyped
So
about.
I believe its domestic earnings is it's roughly 80 million total box office so far, and it's probably going to end around that, maybe a little higher. And
Like I'll still watch the movie.
it has a $200 million budget. So
I just
it's a
feel
big
like,
bomb.
like this seems like Ridley Scott sat down and somebody was like, yeah, Napoleon, was a very tactical man. He did a lot of great war strategies. And then Ridley Scott was like, yeah, but he's fucking sick though. But he's fucking sick.
Yeah,
and
like-
he gets pussy. It's like, you watch that trailer and it's like, what the fuck is the tone to this movie? It just
Yeah.
seems like some frat boy was like, Napoleon's so fucking cool.
Like Ridley Scott really is hit and miss. So I guess like he's making Gladiator 2, and it's like I'm just gonna assume it's gonna be bad, but I'm gonna be excited anyways.
Like that is the thing, is that Ridley
Oh.
Scott is very hit and miss.
Yeah.
Like it's like great movie, bad movie, great movie, bad movie. He does this, and I don't know what it is. And like if you see the trailer for Napoleon and you see what I'm talking about, and then you watch Gladiator, like it's very hard to discern that the director made the same movies.
yeah.
Like even a lot of like the original. Well, he did the first Alien, and then James Cameron was Aliens. But like even with Alien to Covenant, like and Prometheus, there's a lot of fucking weird choices that man makes.
Yeah. Like the
Tonal
what
shifts.
the crew being very stupid and like taking off their helmets. There's a lot of strange stuff in Prometheus. You pointed out. The classic is a donut ship and not running left or right, just kind of running forward. Yeah.
Did you watch Prometheus? Did any of you guys?
I did when it came out.
Because there's that Michael Fassbender's that robot, and he pretty much creates these xenomorphs, right?
I haven't watched any of the Alien movies.
No, okay, they're fucking good. You should watch them.
Well, I mean, yeah, I only watched like what the first
How many
Predator
Terminators have you seen?
Terminators. Second one.
The first?
I remember that for a second one.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say 'cause that was around the time that my dad went to jail.
Oh, yeah. That's a callback.
That was that
the
time though. That was
podcast.
the last time I
don't know.
watched it.
Holy fuck, that looks like a Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Boom.
Who is that? Yeah,
Oh.
that looks like the guy who played Rick Flag.
It's not
in the
him, but-
Suicide Squad.
It's not him, but it looks like him.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we're speaking about movies and Ridley Scott, and I know Ridley Scott and most directors and even us. Okay, there is something that's driving me nuts in the world, and it's the loss of physical media.
That
The
was a
loss
rac-
of physical media is
That was a
driving me
raccoon.
So
nuts.
we're talking about Blu-ray, video games as well, I guess.
Yes, because it's like I understand it is convenient. I have done it. I like because it has made it so convenient with video games. 2:00 in the morning, you can download it and have it that night instead of
Yeah.
waiting for the store to fucking open up and go there. Amazingly convenient. But the thing is, what the fuck do I own?
Yeah.
Exactly. Like at some like what if the PlayStation 6 doesn't want to support the PS5 games for whatever reason, or PS4 because it's too outdated and different like architecture or some crap. Like what if you just can't, what if they don't want to emulate it? So it's like, okay, the game's gone, I guess, unless I want to.
Like when we're kids, like we'd get money for Christmas or whatever, and like Boxing Day, it was like, oh, let's all go to Best Buy, and then you go, then you just look for any fucking game, any Ice gets CDs.
Yeah, there is a great experience with that.
Blu-rays.
Yep.
Just any kind of movies. We'd look for like Friday the 13th or certain like things like that. Like it was just fucking amazing.
Yeah, and it was like the same with the store that we
We used to burn
would go
stuff too.
Yeah.
Burn stuff.
We
Sweet.
burned some discs.
That's fucking right. Everybody did that back in the day.
Hell yeah.
But the store that we grew up around, they always sold movies, and that was
And
the
we
thing.
stole
Was
them.
like, huh?
We
stole
never
some.
stole any from.
I didn't
Yeah,
say
we did.
stole.
Well, I guess from the other store.
Did you guys stole?
Well, kind of by accident. We didn't return it.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what? Which one?
You rented it. And
No,
never
no, I know,
returned
like from the other store, not the.
Okay. Wait, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so there's movies there, right? And that was the thing, was like, I didn't have a phone.
Mhm.
Like, if I didn't have a phone, I wasn't like searching up fucking movies online. But I would go there and it'd be like, oh, look at the new releases. Oh, this looks interesting, which I guarantee like 0% of people do now. Maybe like 0.1% of people do that.
Yeah.
They go to the movie, oh, let's see the new releases. Oh, this looks neat. And take it. And that's what you used to do, especially with horror movies. I used to watch a fuck ton of horror movies. And then you would rent the DVD, but it wasn't just the DVD. I wouldn't just watch the movie. I'd watch all the special features. Check if there was a fucking blooper reel. I'd listen to the commentary. And there was so much more to offer.
Yeah.
Rather than the streaming service, which is just like, oh, you can change the fucking language and the subtitles.
South Park did an episode where they basically, one of the characters bought a Blockbuster, and the entire joke was that nobody went to the Blockbuster anymore, and so it was like a really bad business decision. That episode came out in 2012.
Wow.
So it just goes
been
to
going for
show
a while
how far
then.
we are from physical media.
I remember Netflix was one of those things where you fucking mailed your DVDs in.
Cool.
I still remember
But-
clear as day, and it's fucking insane to me. But when they were that, right, when they were talking about their new business model, what they were going to do, and it was streaming. And it was right in the infancy of Netflix. And I remember my dad and his friends, your dad, were sitting around, and one of the friends said, we should invest in this. I swear to fuck, that happened. And I'm like,
Wow.
our lives could have been fucking.
Yeah.
So different.
Everybody just
My
had
God.
fucking $2,000 to pump in to invest in Netflix. Fuck.
Yeah. Fuck.
But one of the things I wanted to get into was, okay, especially with video games, right? You get buy these video games. What the fuck do you do with them? Now you just have them, but then it's like, but then you try to play offline, and then it's like, oh, we can't verify your license, and then you can't fucking play the game.
You can't fucking play anything unless you're online.
Like, I understand why, because then it's like, you need the account linked to it because it needs to show, because then all of a sudden I could just share my games with everybody. And I understand that, but to a point, it's like, what the fuck? Because now I can put my physical game in, play it wherever I want. Now I'm getting to this because the physical games still have value. And if you are a person who just like, I want to beat the story, and then that's it, then I'm never going to touch this game again. You could just buy games and fucking only pay $10. Buy the game, beat it, sell it for $10 less. Amazing. Fucking, and like me, I love to keep my games because I'm a collector and I have video games of all different. But if all you want to do was just play the game, you're fine with it being beat, and then sell it for like, and then buy it on digital when it's fucking on sale for $20 later on. You can save so much money.
Yeah.
You'd
Last
be
of
buying
Us
things
Part
for half
2.
price.
I got rid of that fucking game fast.
Oh, you did. Really?
A lot of people did not like
You
that.
sold it.
Most video games that you buy in stores don't even contain all the game data for the game itself. It has to download half the game online.
Yeah.
It just has a code basic, like Fallout 76, just a game code.
Fuck,
Download
I
the
remember,
rest.
I remember Red Dead 2. Like, it had a disc that had the game, but it also just had a disc that contained game data, and you had to put in the game data disc first and do all that downloading. And let me just say, like, holy fuck, Red Dead 2 on the PS4, I thought that thing was gonna fucking take off into space from my house, how fucking loud that thing was running Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
And
I do not miss the very loud PlayStation 4.
no, this thing is a godsend. Fuck.
PS5 is so
We
quiet.
also have to say, this guy fucking just got answered by the PlayStation gods. He thought his fucking PlayStation was fried.
Yeah, the power went out, and like I had a bad headache earlier, so I was just laying on the couch, and James kept saying, "Well, it's not working." Like I turned the controller on, it just flashes, and I was like, "Oh, I'll just gotta charge it." And I could just ignored it or whatever. Then my mom came, and they were just like whatever, hanging out, and then anyways, came back from dinner, and we're like, "Oh, we gotta do the pod," and then I was like, "Okay, well, I'll just set them up and play a game." Go and turn on the PS5, and it doesn't turn on, and I was like, "Oh shit." And then my son's crying, and then this is already after a fucking long, hard day, and I'm just like, fuck. So I was like, all right, well, I guess I gotta teach him about,
Yeah.
you know, the hard things in life or whatever. And I was like, well, we still have an Xbox, like it's fine, you know.
No more.
And then you
Consoles.
took a second and we're like, fuck, we have an
Oh.
Xbox.
Oh, never mind.
Looked at that Xbox and
Yeah.
just
Take it back.
blew the PlayStation 5 instead. You got it to work.
Yeah,
Blue.
that's how I got it
Yeah.
to work.
Yeah.
PlayStation 5.
I literally was like, I don't know what the fuck to do. I was looking at it and I'm like, this is just like stupid. So I took the plug out, just blew in the back, and then plugged it back in.
That's a short.
Took the
back
plug
in,
out.
and it worked. Blue light came on.
That's a short right there.
Yeah, there you go.
He blew the hell. So that's what you guys need to know. If your PlayStation is acting up, just take it aside and be like, I'll blow the shit out of you. Just work for me. And then the PlayStation will put out and show out. But
See, but it's weird because I feel like people nowadays. Well, maybe it's because that's just the way things are. But I'm always under the impression that like new technology, TVs and systems and all that don't work like older ones do, in the sense that, you know, TVs would fuck up back in the day. You just hit it and it would work.
speaking of your PS5, right? This is a Christmas story here. So Christmas, me and my brother, this is 2 instances where Christmas just well, actually 3 instances this year where I just got fucked up on around Christmas. So my mom, she bought this big sectional couch, right? 5 pieces. There's like a long piece, 4 pieces. There's a long piece, 2 middle pieces, and then another piece on the end, right? But that piece on the end didn't ship. And all these things have bottom parts that pull out and turn into a bigger section of couch. So that was pulled out. Now, it goes couch, couch, couch. The thing is pulled out. Then the tree was here. My mom was underneath the tree. My little sister was by the door. So then she's like, my little sister was doing something she shouldn't. So then my mom was like, I can't get there. Can you get there? And I was like, yeah, no problem. And I run. I fucking jammed my pinky toe, kicked it underneath the fucking couch, and it got stuck there. And I kept running forward,
Oh.
bent my toe turned black, lost the nail. I was all fucked up. And then I was like,
Yeah.
and then then I get there and I'm like, I grab her and I'm like, because then in my head, I know it's my fault, but then you just start blaming everybody. You're like, you
Yeah.
weren't fucking around. I wouldn't have stirred my toe. And then later that day, okay, Christmas tree set up. Now, me and my brother are joking around. I go there and I play fighting with him. He's 17, so we're like, give him a shot or whatever. And then fucking a light bulb was broken on the tree.
Oh.
So I walk by
Shit.
and I was like, and he pushed me a little bit and jammed in my leg and I got electrocuted.
Ouch.
And I was like,
fuck.
ah! I fall. The tree fucking electrocuted me. And then he's like, what the? Can you imagine him? He pushes me, then all of a sudden, ah! It's just fucking terrifying.
The real
Maybe, like
horror.
the tree is like poking you or something. He's probably just what? Because a light bulb being burst is. And I remember swinging like a golf club in our basement and smashing the light bulb above.
Oh, I
Just
remember
being
when
terrified.
that happened.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
because we're swinging it because when you strike a golf club on the cement floor, it creates sparks.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
And that was awesome to us as kids.
Yeah, I remember that.
We're as fuck, yeah. But yeah, speaking of bombing movies, Aquaman in Lost Kingdom is already projected to earn so it's 32 to 42 million domestic, and that's less than half than its first movie. So they're thinking it's gonna bomb probably just like The
They're
Flash.
still making Aquaman
Basically.
2.
Yeah, that's what's weird to me is because that's a part of the other thing, not James Gunn's
I
new
don't know
thing. So
who's excited about any of these movies?
not a lot of people apparently.
Like, it's such a weird, because like the whole Amber Heard thing with that too,
You know
the
what?
drama there. I'm like, and that's also such old news at this point too. It's like,
But like when I read the comments, a lot of them are like not gonna see it because of Amber Heard.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
like, where, I don't know. Because when you think about it, a lot of people are like, oh, they're ditching movies like Coyote versus Acme. And then that got shit. And then it's like, but then if they ditched Aquaman, would they get the same feedback? You know what I mean? So it's like, is it better to just put it out? Because now they're getting sued. WB's getting sued by some
Oh.
fucking
Really?
FCC or some shit because it seems like they're doing this shadily where they're canceling movies so they get money back.
Yeah.
So then they got shit for it. Now with Aquaman, I like Jason Momoa. I even liked his Aquaman. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Black Manta was cool.
He's probably one of the best characters in Zack Snyder's thing, right?
But from what I've heard, this second movie has just been getting the shits.
Even
Like ever
with-
since test screenings, whatever. Supposedly, it's just not a good fucking movie.
I heard that too. The test screenings. were
And
bad. That's
yeah,
crazy.
Amber Heard put a big stain on this, and supposedly they significantly reduced her role. But nobody's fucking interested because the universe is gone. This is going nowhere. Which, when you think about it, is another weird thing. Like, I never thought of that, but it just hit me. But yeah, we're like, oh, this movie's going nowhere now. But it's like, so many movies are one shots. Why do we care?
Yeah, with superhero movies, we're like, okay,
Right?
what's it going to lead to? But this one's literally leading to nothing. The Flash was supposed to reboot everything, but I think that failed. So
But isn't that
this won't go anywhere.
strange? Because like most movies are one-offs. But because it's a superhero movie, we cared to be like, where it's not going anywhere. But it's like the Batman was one movie, and then it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
My mind is blown right now.
I don't know. There's a part of me that thinks that all superhero movies, or the reason why those movies were successful, was because of Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans.
All superhero movies?
The last decade or decade.
You know, because it's like a TV show and they're connected, I'm sure like good Avengers movies held up shittier ones. Like the reason we watched Ant-Man was because we knew it was a part of the MCU.
Yeah, and it was all. But like,
I love the first Ant-Man.
like,
That was a great
People
movie.
hate the Ant-Man. I always like the Ant-Man.
Yeah, I like them.
The Ant-Man.
The Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Well, like
love
people.
the
That's why I
Ant-Man.
brought it before. Like people were willing to go and check those movies out because, like Guardians. I've never heard of Ant-Man or Guardians before the movies came out. Like I didn't know of them at all in the
Right.
comic, and so just
No, me neither.
like
Actually, I knew Ant-Man.
knowing the just the universe, I was like, yeah, I'll check them out. And nowadays though, you can't really do that. Like I never knew who Miss Marvel was. I didn't really care. There's a lot of characters like that where I'm like what's that movie? Is that Thunderbolt? Is that like a
Yeah, Thunderbolt is still going to be a movie coming out.
is that Marvel or is that DC?
That's Marvel in
I don't even know who
a
that
year
is.
or two. Yeah, me
Well,
neither.
they are the Thunderbolts. It's not a person.
It's a
Okay.
group.
Yeah, it's a group.
So
a
it's a
group of
new
characters that
It's
only a couple of them are really
U.S.
interesting.
agent who was Wyatt Russell in Falcon and Winter Soldier. He was the guy who replaced Steve Rogers the first time before the Falcon.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Black Widow's sister Yelena. It's Taskmaster. It's
See, there's a lot of
Red
side
Captain.
characters in the previous movies
I know,
that are
right?
now getting like their own movies.
That's true.
I find so weird.
Man, that's gonna
like,
bomb. Is that gonna be an actual movie or like Disney Plus thing?
as I said,
I don't know. about
it doesn't
that.
even care to me about the characters. Well, like it does in a sense, but I mean like if they were like, oh, introducing Super Wonder Man of Fantastic, you know what I mean? I'd be like, it doesn't matter if I don't know that character. You just have to make me care for them. You have to make me want to see what they're going to be in. You have to make it interesting, and they have been failing with that.
Like I don't know if this is. Well, I guess it's related. I guess it's literally related. Like I think they fucked up Adam Warlock because like he was so like I don't know. Was that the end of number 2 or 1? They teased them.
Yeah, he's more of
Who?
a. I know. I heard he's like he's not like people generally like him in Guardians 3, but I can't speak from experience because I haven't seen it. I know
I like
he's
him.
more of a man, not a man baby, but he has that kind of charm about him, I guess.
Yeah,
He's
they
not
took him
he's
out
not
of
the
his
guy from the
pod.
comic
They took
book.
him out of his pod premature, so he was stupider than he should have been.
Yeah,
Which I'm totally okay with. He was just, it's like he was a little baby.
I just feel like, see, even that coming up with that story, I'm like, man, I thought Adam Warlock was gonna be like this like fierce villain or whatever.
I was
at
kinda
first,
hoping
you
that
know?
He
would
wasn't ever
be.
a villain.
Well, just at first, like
But he
it
was
was
a little
being introduced, it was just like,
Yeah, the fierce person.
like I just
A
thought
new
he would
guy.
be like this golden Superman, basically, from space. And
Yeah.
I was like I'm excited for Blade. That's the one movie where I'm
Mhm.
like, maybe that can get me back into it. Like even the Deadpool movie, it's gonna be cool to see that. But I'm like, and even if they bring back all those characters, it might be the funnest movie I've seen in a while. But like,
Yeah.
it's still you're just doing references to shit I've watched already in the past, and it's cool to see. To see like
Mhm.
Ben Affleck Daredevil if they're doing that, holy shit. But it's like, oh, it's just not it's not like the way Marvel used to be.
Not
it's its own
original, I guess.
story, and like, yeah,
Yeah,
But,
it's
like-
like,
Oh yeah, but it's
just like No Way Home, right, Forrest?
It's a different arc. It's a different comic.
it's like No Way Home, same thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
not
it's got to
really.
be a little bit different. But
Yeah.
I wanted to take a flight on an airplane for a second because I got this crazy story that I saw in the news. So people board an airplane, right?
right.
yeah.
And the airplane starts taking off. Then they realize that it's a lot louder and it's a lot colder. And the plane was missing a fucking window.
Oh.
Can you imagine being
Wow.
on that fucking plane?
Did they notice it in the air already?
Damn.
In the air, man.
Holy shit.
Yeah, land the plane immediately.
Wait,
You're
what do
gonna
you
get
do?
Sucked out of the
do you like
window.
go close to it to like cover it? You can't really.
You
right?
can if you
What?
want. I'm not.
Cover with your ass. you got a fat ass, cover it.
Yeah, like,
Wait, so how would they? Okay, wait, so which window was it?
Any window.
One of them?
Like, no one
Obviously
was-
not the windshield.
But like, I'm just
Pilots are just fucking in
Yeah.
the cockpit.
something's
trying to
wrong.
think,
I
'cause, like-
can't tell. I don't know what.
They took off without the windshield.
like,
Yeah.
how did no one notice?
Well, someone did.
Because
They eventually did. Well,
if I'm sitting right, like whatever, and there's seats in front of me, and if I saw, like if I'm hearing a noise, like I'm gonna see the fucking window right away.
yeah, maybe there was nobody sitting in them seats
Oh yeah.
Like
in that section.
it would have to have been like behind them, or I don't even know how people. would
I
notice
could
that.
get the story up, but I'd rather just speculate because that's funner. But that is fucking nuts.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
I would sue that airline
Yeah.
if they took off in that plane, and I know that'd be easy fucking money. I'd be making it out of there. I'd have millions. I'd be like, they put my fucking life in danger. I'd turn into just the fucking biggest bitch. I'd be
Yeah.
like, my fucking life was on the line on this plane, and that motherfucker there ain't real. Bring everything. Another job I couldn't do. Do you guys think you could be a pilot?
No.
You know, I thought about that a long time ago, but I don't want to die. So.
Yeah.
Like, one, I don't want to like. That's one of the crazy things. Like, when you're driving in a car, you don't feel like, oh, I'm responsible for these people's lives.
Yeah.
When I'm in a fucking airplane, I'd be like, I'm responsible for these people's lives. And like, there's one of those fucking weird things too, where like when you're a captain of a ship, you have to be the last person on the fucking ship, or else you go to jail.
Yeah, like
Really? Is that an actual thing?
Yeah, if you are a captain of a ship and the ship starts going down and you want to save yourself, you go to jail because you didn't go down with the ship.
there's a famous incident of the cost of Concordia or something like that, or the Concordian ship. Basically, it went down. The pilot was, or the captain was an idiot, and he was calling command or something like that. Okay, it's like an army general, and I guess the captain decided to get on the raft with everybody else. And the general was like, "Get your fucking ass back on that ship!" Like he was an old man that was like pissed off at him.
Yeah, he
and
cannot.
He
like,
got like touted for like that general's awesome or whatever.
It's-
But
you can't be on that raft until everybody else is off that ship.
yeah,
If you do not, and somebody else is on that ship and they die, you're going to jail.
it's like rooted in honor. Like you've got to go down with the ship. You're the captain
Well,
or something like that.
you keep
Go down.
as long as everybody is off the ship, you can get off the ship. You just
No.
crash the ship. Nobody else is
stay
on there.
on
You
that
get the
ship.
fuck back on there and die on that ship.
Get back.
You pussy.
For long, you still have to stay.
Get back on the ship. You get like you are Jack Sparrow. You gotta be Jack Sparrow.
You fucking
That's
bitch.
so insane. Because like, I mean, I would just grab like a life jacket or just something and like stand somewhere and just kind of wait. Like, so if there's people like what happens if somebody doesn't want to get off the fucking ship and you're stuck there?
You
You're
just
like,
gotta
get
force
off
them
the fucking
off.
ship, and they're like, no, I want to die. And you're like, get
Yeah.
off the fucking ship.
Well, I don't know who would pick that.
Well,
Like-
like what happened? What if someone's stuck? Like, what if one person's stuck somewhere underneath?
You gotta wait.
I don't want to be a
It's
fucking
fucked.
captain of
I
a
know it
ship.
is fucked. It's fucked to think about that because, like, there's something like nobody wants to fucking die.
Yeah.
So, like, if the ship is going down, and especially if it was, can you imagine? The ship's going down and it's not your fault.
Yeah.
There's like some weird thing. I would feel like, why don't I have the chance to live as much as these other people? I didn't do this. And then it's like, shouldn't I get a chance? But it's like, no, you have to stay there until everybody's off. And if they're not, you fucking go down with that ship and you die.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Yeah. That's
Like,
so
there's a
stupid.
thing like since 9/11, if you hear the story about 9/11, they were able to hijack that plane, right?
Yeah.
So what happened was they took hostages, and then they said they had to get in. They let them into the cockpit because they said like nobody would die if they let them in the cockpit, so they let them in. But now since 9/11, because they took the plane and crashed it into a fucking building, no matter what, they could be capping hostages in the fucking plane. They're not allowed in the cockpit because
Yeah.
it can do more damage, which is insane. Like, can you imagine you're a pilot and you just hear fucking gunshots and people getting shot behind you, and you just
Yeah.
It's kind of the opposite situation there, actually. In this one, you're the safer person being the captain.
That's kind of true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another, like, back in the day in the 50s, like, you could just go to the nurse, I almost said, the flight attendant, and just be like, oh, can my son see the cockpit? And they would bring the kid and the parents into the cockpit and show you around. Can't
They're
do that
probably
now.
smoking and
Yeah.
drinking. And
Like, with fucking security and that. Sometimes, have you ever been to like some place like and questioned the security? Like, I've gone to like fucking like concert and stuff, and I'm like, I don't feel like they checked me good enough. You ever had that? Like, I was like,
There's
yeah.
like I could have had something buried in my crotch and
Oh
just
yeah,
brought it.
yeah, yeah. So you mean?
Speaking of,
No, I hear. I get what you're saying.
I was like, I could have had something buried in my crotch, Brent. Yeah, I saw that.
no, but speaking of, I never got felt up like that
Felt?
before at the bar.
You sound disappointed.
No, remember the
I
bar
wanted
last
that.
weekend?
Yep.
Like I like being scanned and stuff. It's like even concerts and all that. Going into that bar, they were like really fucking feeling you.
Me?
Or was it just me?
I thought, didn't we get one? Oh no, he did touch the shit out of me. Yeah, that's true. That guy, he turns out he
Like-
doesn't even work there. It's just some guy.
Was this in the washroom? Like,
Because like I was just like, holy shit, what the fuck's
What is-
going on right now?
what is?
Holy shit!
What am I feeling right now? No,
I was like,
What are
holy
these-
shit,
holy
what's going on?
Oh, what experience?
Don't No, it was weird.
Are you
And-
sure? Are you sure you checked me all the way?
That's why you felt like you didn't check you out long enough
Are you sure you checked me? Always check me again if you want.
or well enough.
I think I need to get a cavity search, mister.
I may have a weapon on me.
Well, it just keeps getting more intense.
Just go over 5 times.
No, and with the bar, hey, they played some good music there. That was a fun
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
What was the best part of that entire night?
Best part.
I'll tell you right now what the best part of that entire night was. It had nothing to do with the club. It was when we left and we got fucking hot dogs from a hot dog cart. Fucking amazing.
Really? Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah,
So
we're-
you just stopped off at like a hot dog cart
Afterwards,
on
you're
the
just
street
walking
and
around. We're
whatever.
like, oh, it's a hot dog, whatever you call that cart.
Vendor.
And we're just like, oh, let's get a fucking hot dog. I wanted to get a burger, but they had Smokies there. I hate Smokies.
I love
These
Smokies.
are good though.
Fuck.
Smokies are
No fucking hot dog is better than when you get one from one of those carts.
Yeah.
They're top tier. I don't know what the fuck
Yeah.
those people do. They got fucking magic dogs or something, but they're fucking ripping.
giant wieners.
Yeah.
Best hot dogs, right?
Giant.
Those big wieners. Well, it's true though. Like those big wieners.
But
you know,
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
But
The expensive ones are the big wieners. I can't say it without sounding. I can't say it without
Paying
Yeah.
for the
I can't
expensive
say it
ones
without
are
it
the
sounding
big
fucked up.
but like then we were afterwards. We were in the Uber, fucking eating these Smokies,
Are you like,
all drunk in the back.
our corn dogs are pretty good too.
He's just
Like corn
Imagining
dogs
his
or
fucking
hot,
field.
corn
No
dogs
wonder I
are,
couldn't
are
eat the rest of the because we ordered food when we got home. I got like a
got wieners
quarter
again.
pounder meal, and I couldn't even eat it all. I was like so full, and I was like, "Why am I so full?" I forgot.
I
we
was
had Smoky
drunk.
beforehand.
I remember I was just making jokes the whole time in the
Yeah.
cab ride. I was trying to.
Yeah.
I did it there and back,
Yeah.
different cab drivers, and I kept fucking.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I always.
The first guy was like, I think he kind of was like, "Oh, they're joke, whatever." He just kind of ignored it.
Mhm.
Second guy seemed annoyed,
The body of Darth
which
Vader.
is what like just made it more funny.
Just bring that up again.
Yeah, like I don't know. I just like.
Well, that guy was weird. Like as soon as we walked in, he's like, "Oh, so did you guys get lucky?"
What was his name?
Did he?
Yeah, you don't remember that? As soon as we sat in there, he's like, "Oh, did you guys get lucky or whatever?"
Oh
He
yeah, and
kinda
then I think I
smiled.
looked at you and I was like, maybe tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, so the one thing I just found out yesterday was that Elon Musk has 11 kids.
That's crazy. I don't know
That's
why.
a, that's a crazy.
Why do I do that? I do that so often. I add A's in front of words. I swear I'm not Italian. It just happens. That's a crazy.
That's me.
That's a crazy.
I should have been doing this.
But what's
Like,
even
my God.
crazier, and this is one of my favorite stories in the fucking world, is that your guy's uncle has 10 kids, and Forrest brought this up, and then Christian was like, I didn't know he had any.
Yeah.
And then Forrest, you've met them. Christian?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
John,
Yeah, like
Sean.
last I remember, he was just trying to have one kid, and you're telling me he has like 10.
Yeah.
What? I guess
I
they
met them
found
yet?
out how to do it.
That's the crazy.
Have I met them yet? Will I meet them?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, but yeah, like, does his other kids have crazy fucking names like XAE3 squared?
So that I thought that was his only kid.
Hmm.
Was the
with Grimes? With
yeah,
Rick
but
Grimes?
he has 3 with her.
Does he?
Yeah, that's where I was like, wait, what the fuck? Because I know when he first had a kid with her, it was like big news, and then all of a sudden I found out, oh, he has 2 more with her, and I know one of their names or one of the middle name is like I don't know how you would pronounce it, but it's like there's like machine in there basically, but it's like Machina.
Oh,
or,
like
Dude, Deus Ex
Machina?
Machina?
like it's
really?
really
That's-
insane. But okay, so from what I was looking up, like I think he had his first kids. Well, like, I know he had a kid. He has 11. I know one of his kids died just they're a couple months old or something like
That's
that. 'Cause
sad.
whatever.
Mm.
Sucks.
But he also had then afterwards I think he had like twins, and then
Mhm.
right afterwards next pregnancy was triplets. So you're already at 5.
Damn, this guy's fucking shooting crazy loads.
And then he just had more and more kids after that.
Did you ever see
5
that
more.
video? You know that guy? Do you ever see that video of that guy? Rory loves this video. Of this guy who, and I love it too, who jumps on the fucking ice and he fucking does a cannonball and he fucking like smashes his ass. He's like, oh.
Oh, no, I don't think.
He's like this Russian guy and he's like, motherfucker, fuck the fucking world. And my new band is called Seaskill. And then he like runs and does a fucking cannonball on the ice. He's like, oh, he fucking breaks
He's
his
Russian.
ass.
He's supposed to be tough. He's Russian.
They all are. They fight bears and they
Oh yeah, I seen that video.
That
of every Russian. I've seen that video of every Russian man fighting bears.
I actually did see that one guy just. Oh, he wasn't Russian. He was
He was.
Swedish or something. Just scared off a bear. Classic video. He just yells at it.
Classic
Uh,
Swedes. Bears are scary.
Oh yeah.
Female, you have a better chance with a female bear than a male bear.
Bears are they're
No, you have a better chance with a male bear than a female bear. What?
You're saying I have a better chance.
Yeah.
yeah. For just maybe choose bears now.
With those mama bears, you know, I still got a chance. I was telling these boys, platypus. You know, you had a little stuffy of a platypus. Fun fact about platypus: I believe they lay eggs, but they are like mammalish.
Yeah.
But Forrest, so platypus or the multiple of platypi. Okay, how do most other animals get milk for their babies? Not get, but how do they give it to the babies?
Oh, nursing.
Now, platypus, this is fucking gross. Platypuses sweat out the milk and the babies lick it off.
Yeah. Real weird.
It's just that face in the thumbnail.
Jesus Christ.
Thumbnail face. That's fucking gross.
Wow.
Like, can you imagine if your dad was just leaking
Wow.
milk and you...
It's
Well,
maybe it's not that bad. I don't know.
wait, what?
It's not that bad. I don't know. I mean, they're animals. I don't know.
Sound like he was talking about your dad. It doesn't taste that bad. What are you talking about?
They're animals.
It's just
Wait, what?
I mean, what's the
Say you
difference?
guys are animals?
Okay, but let's put it in this perspective. We grew up like everything else sucking titties. Same as fucking cows, same as fucking rhinos. They suck titties.
Yeah.
But now, can you imagine if you found out your mom sweat out that milk and you were just licking her all over? I shouldn't have said that.
We all want to die now.
yeah. The platypus is a very strange animal for sure.
You said that was a stuffy in this house.
You have a little
Yeah.
stuffy platypus.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna fucking burn it now.
Shall I grab
It
it?
has like the beak of a
Your
duck.
friend said, should I grab it? The stuffy wants it up. Take it home now.
I want that for later tonight.
Mm.
You missed some good game sessions. We were playing Def Jam down here, fucking Agent Under Fire.
Yeah.
I
Almost
watched
beat
a
it.
bit of Agent Under Fire.
Everything or Nothing we tried for a little bit. Agent on Fire still pretty tough for sure. Def Jam's a lot of fun
Lethal
once you actually
Company.
learn how to fight. Yeah, that's the
a game that
hot topic right now.
I was gonna say we've been playing a lot, played it once. That's a game that has a lot of fucking fun.
Yeah.
Like honestly, like it's hard to explain unless you're playing a game, because watching gameplay you don't get the same exact feel for it, because a lot of the game is based off of sound for the horror.
Yeah.
Because watching it, it's just like whatever. When you walk into that building, first of all, the reverb in there.
Oh yeah, I love the immersion.
It's just like, it's crazy. It feels like you're really there. And then you go down certain hallways, and like the sound is like deafening. Like it's like they have like this this noise gate on everything, and you're just like, holy fuck, this is tense. And like it's so creepy, because sometimes there's like we haven't run into her yet, but there's like this little girl that if you see her, she can haunt you and she'll chase you. And like she'll run at you and she just kind of dances and whatever, and she'll just dance and chase you forever. And like it doesn't matter where you go, you can go run back.
I like
to
the
ship,
creativity.
and she'll chase you back to the ship.
Oh really? Wow, I didn't know that.
Should be a witch, not a
Yeah,
little
she'll
girl.
go inside the ship.
I
and
know
she'll
we
kill
got to
you.
try that at some point.
So like you have to keep running forever and ever and ever. There's no way to.
Not something I have played yet, but next time I'm here, because next Saturday you probably have less kids. Holy, that sounds weird. What are you gonna do to them? No, your ex will probably have the kids, so we can probably play then. But before we take off, and we're talking about audio and stuff like that, I need to tell you something funny. So on Thursday I was here.
Yeah.
And Christian was sitting here and I was sitting there. And we streamed earlier, and I played this song when we were streaming, and he couldn't hear it because he's got nose gate. He's got noise gate on his mic. So I was like, oh, this is the song I was playing. So I queued it up. I was like, okay, this is what I played. And then I clicked play. But he had this window open. As soon as I click it, it's like doing, and he got a shiver, and he went, oh. So it just looked like the music was taking over him, and he just couldn't help but dance. Oh.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
Here we go again.
And Christian, no, I wasn't.
I swear I wasn't feeling the music. I was just
Here we go again.
Yeah. Oh shit!
not
Here we
this
go.
song. Just I cannot stop.
You can't be playing a song and get
I
tough.
feel like this was the plot of a Friends episode, or was it Seinfeld? Where there was a specific. No, it was Seinfeld. There's the plot was like a specific song made somebody just dance.
Elaine,
Elaine
I think,
or something, right?
Elaine, there's a
Yeah.
certain way.
No, she sucked at dancing.
Yeah, but like she always did dance like that to that song. She just
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
stop.
I think
or
Christian's
something.
like
trying to
talking
find
like a
their
sleeper
song.
agent, but for dancing.
I don't know. It's something like that.
You guys know what
Anyway,
a sleeper agent is, right?
but I am.
Sleeper
Tell
agent.
anybody.
Sleeper agent is like
It's
you don't know you're a fucking agent, but it's like if I said pickles, it activated you.
Oh, I thought you were
Get off the
talking about
fucking
like
couch.
those tapes where they're just like talking to you and saying like, you know, you're a good boy and
the
What tapes are you listening to? What tapes are those?
that's what I thought you were talking about.
what?
Like, what fucking tapes?
I heard enough of
A
you.
confidence booster.
You know,
You're a
like-
good boy.
Are you talking about like hypnotizing?
Yeah.
Like fucking. Like
Yeah.
I the quit smoking fucking. But you're a good boy. You're so big.
No, that's what I thought. I was just like, what the fuck is that? But there's also that Chandler episode too. That's what that kind of reminded me of.
Oh,
Rest
yeah.
in peace, Matthew
Yeah.
Perry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was this?
In peace.
Rest in peace. No, we were big friends, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to bring something up to him because I have access to the John Odd's YouTube channel, not John Odd, and I get to see like content that he posts on there. But I am amazed. You have like one fucking video that people still comment on, and it's from like 5 years.
Yeah, I know.
And he has fucking comments that are like 1 day ago, 2 days ago, and it's about the fucking Walking Dead.
Yeah, it won't stop.
Is
Yeah,
it the Gabriel video?
It's the one. No, actually, it's one where I'm talking about Chandler Riggs throws shade at Scott Gimple.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How many
People-
views does it have?
I don't know, but people I'm getting comments every other day.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So yeah, new Walking Dead shows. Yeah, all doing very, very phenomenal. Dead City was the first show that came out. Definitely like 6 episodes. Honestly, a really great story. Episode 4 is a weird arena scene that I thought was going to be a little bit bigger. It felt very more small scale, where I was like, oh, this feels like it was a lower budget. Like it was just like this walker battle in this like big wrestling cage arena inside like literally an arena, like something downtown.
Okay. Yeah.
But it just felt smaller, and it was just more like they were kind of getting through it, and there wasn't a battle. It was just weird scene. But like that, out of all of that show, that's my only criticism there. The Walker thing and the Walker, the mutated Walker in that scene was fucking amazing, or that show. Daryl Dixon, the variant Walkers, fucking amazing. I saw something for season 2 online.
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck, season 2 is gonna be fucking good. This spoilers, I guess, if no one wants to know anything for season 2, because people just tag me and shit, and like I'm usually fast to just ignore it. This though, I was like, wait, what is that?
Oh, yeah.
And it looks like they're using the Walker variants more for weapons, because there was like 5 or 6 of them, or maybe more, outside, and they all started running at I guess Daryl and all, and they're outside. And in the first season, they just kind of introduced it, and you just saw one of them. I guess technically 2, I think, just in like this little caged area, because Daryl was trapped and Daryl had to fight them, and they seemed all fucking crazy. But this, it's like they're being more used now, because that one was kind of a failed experiment anyways, because like you would kill it and then, oh no, that's what happened about it. The walkers killed each other.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It was just like, okay, so this is like a failed experiment. So the walkers or whatever, but when they look at each other, they'll kill each other, which is like, you know. So it seems like they fixed it a bit, at least towards the end of season 2. So that's exciting, and that's coming out late next year. The Ones Who Live, this show is fucking insane. There's a rumor right now that apparently Rick and Michonne are going to be operators in Warzone. That's coming out.
Oh yeah, so
early
that's
next
some
year,
good
January,
promotion
February.
there.
So holy fuck,
So big hypes for The Ones Who Live.
that show's going to be.
I'm fucking hyped about it because the guy's coming back. The man who should have, like, he had to want to do stuff with his family, so that's up to him.
Yeah.
But the man who ran the show coming back for more
Rick
episodes
Grimes.
of a story that was unfinished. So people are fucking hyped. They're ready. I'm hyped. I'll watch it. I know what happened at the end there.
There's a whole thing too, though. Like, if this show's only one season, people are gonna be pissed off, because it's not. There's a lot more of a story here to tell, specifically with where Rick is with the CRM.
Oh yeah.
Because of the fact that the CRM were always teased going back to season 6 and 7 of The Walking Dead. You would see Jadis, and then there was like the can, and you would see the 3-ringed logo. And there was just like all this stuff of like, what the fuck is this community? What is this?
Yeah.
And there was a triple P card, and there was just all this stuff. And it's like, what is all of this? And it's all sort of led up to this. And then this can literally be done in 6 episodes. People are going to be pissed.
Like, yeah, there's going to be more. Like, there will be more of that.
It depends if it's on Andrew Lincoln and Denai Guerrero, though. I feel like.
She's a big star.
See, I was thinking about that, but they're not really doing a lot of more movies in terms of Marvel, anyways. I know she's a big star and she probably has other projects, but you know, like Marvel, I don't know how much more they're going to be doing with that character anymore.
I'm just not talking about Marvel. I'm just talking about her in general.
Yeah,
like it depends. Like it depends. Like I've never heard her that outspoken about stuff. I'm not saying that she isn't. I'm just saying I haven't heard. So I don't know her love for the role. I don't know how much they're paying her. I don't know if there's other deals out there, because that all takes an account of it, right? And if she doesn't want to come back, or if she thinks that's good, they're not going to make another show. I know Andrew Lincoln's a little bit more open just because he's not doing anything right now.
I think she, like, to me, the impression I've always had was that as soon as Andrew Lincoln left, she was like, well, I don't do this anymore, kind of thing. You know, that's kind of the impression I got. It was like, she wants to do it if Andrew Lincoln, you know.
Just like you.
Yeah.
That's right.
So pictures of him on your phone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that video, it has 10,000 views and almost 300 watch time hours. The last comment was 2 days ago. And I made this like 4 years ago.
That shit.
The last one's like, yeah, Carl's such a main in comics. They love to destroy the origins. And then 5 days ago, it's like, it's been years. I'm still mad about this. Carl was amazing. Yeah, I like the comments. Keep them coming.
What's funny about this is I actually had a video planned about talking about that, because like the Rick show's coming out in 3 months. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to do a bunch of stuff focused on Rick and like these big moments throughout the series and all that. So I wanted to do a video focusing on like, well, one, could Carl, these videos already be out, but I'm not, this pod's out, but could Carl be in this new show, just in terms of like hallucination or whatever? Because in Rick's last episode, they couldn't get certain people to be there. So I'm like, could they get him or them to come back in this show for like a hallucination type thing? Depends on how they do it. But I also want to talk about the moment Rick lost Carl, and like, man, the fan outrage back then, fucking crazy. Because I was pissed off about it. I ranted about it all the time. And the second I got to the point where I was like, well, maybe this and that, people were like, fuck you, got mad at me. And I was just like, shit.
Yeah, 'cause do you remember how big the old man Carl theory was?
Yeah,
before
that
happened.
was,
like, it was such an interesting idea and pretty crazy.
Just the whole Carl saga. Like, if he was still on the show, that'd be fucking amazing. But The way I see it, though, is overall, I'm actually happy with the way the show went because AMC did a good thing ending The Walking Dead. Because if they would have kept it going, the original plan was to keep it going until season 15, which means it'd still be going on for a couple more years, and then have Daryl and Carol go on their own spinoff, and then they'll come back, and I'm like, that'd be so bad.
Yeah.
So they ended the show right where the comic ended. Okay, good. And now do these spinoffs, which are higher budget.
I'm
Way
glad
better quality story.
they have good. I'm actually glad they ran out of material because now they can like do so much more, or like whatever they want.
Yeah.
And they could just kind of go with the times. Be more
Because the
creative.
last exciting story for The Walking Dead was the Whisperer arc.
With the time.
Now it's just
I love the governor arc.
yeah, the prison arc.
That's not
was
a
good.
bad
Old arc.
That's the
Was
best
that
one.
season 3, 4?
in 4.
Season
Speaking of
3
the
and 4.
governor, apparently he was on one of the a list for the most hated characters.
Yeah,
that
he
you
was on
mentioned,
the list for one of the most
along
hated
with
characters.
Caillou.
Caillou.
Wait, really? Like most hated characters?
Yeah.
Most hated TV characters of all time.
Yeah, just hated, which is so weird because he's
And it's just general. Like Caillou's on the list. He's number 8.
yeah.
And then Governor's number 10.
Caillou
Wait,
deserves it.
because that's fucked up. Because number 5 is
It's not like bad. You know what I mean? It's like they hated him in the show.
Like Joffrey's
like
on
he was
it.
a fucking asshole.
Ramsay.
I hate him.
Oh, okay. No, because I saw that what's her name from Breaking Bad?
Skylar
She's
was
number
on
5
there.
or something.
Yeah.
He's on it as
And I
well.
know people actually fucking hate her.
Yeah.
So that's why when you said the governor,
Who's
I was
top?
like, what?
Was it Joffrey? Oh, you mentioned Joffrey first,
Joffrey
right?
was on there.
Wait, where's
Here.
Negan then? Oh, that's
Not
the
on
thing
there.
about him though is
Like,
like
he wasn't on
people
it.
love him though.
They love him, but it's not for him.
And there's people that are fucking mad at people. They get crazy mad at people that love Negan. Because they're like,
Oh, yeah.
he fucked up a lot of people, this and that. What he did was so bad. And I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know what it is about. It's Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Like, it's just,
Well, that's the thing. You got to realize that if Negan was the main character, it wouldn't seem as bad
yeah.
because now he's fighting for himself and he's the character we know and he's the one we're rooting for.
yeah.
Everybody's done bad shit in that show, but it's justified because we're rooting for him.
That's
but-
exactly what Negan said in Dead City. I love that line because Maggie's all whatever mad at him. And he was just like, how many husbands and fathers have you killed? She was just like quiet. And I was
Yeah.
like, that's fucking right.
That's fucking right, man.
Damn. I like the last podcast. What was that? A podcast we're saying you're trying to describe a scene that was last podcast where Negan's in Alexandria and you said that he's like everybody's gonna be pee pooping their pants.
I never watched the last pod yet. So.
Yeah, because you're trying to figure out what
Oh,
badass line he
yeah,
has.
when he walked out.
It's pee
I said it's
pee poo
PP
poo.
City.
It's about to be PP City. Poo poo. It's like what? So
And it was like everybody's going to be pissing their pants by now.
Just not threatening at all.
No, he
He's not even
says,
scary.
like,
he
what,
says,
what does he say?
it's like, oh, I hope you have your shitting pants on.
That yeah, it's more like that. Yeah, yeah. It's, he walks out of his trailer. It's
It's
PP
PP
City. It's what? That's not intimidating.
The Walking Dead, PP City.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
That's a good note to end it off, though. Thanks everybody for coming. Episode number 22. That's the
Yeah, thank
Empty
you for coming.
Minds. Double stuff.
Like what you
too.
see, make sure you like the video and subscribe. Hit the bell.
Like and subscribe. You can
All
find me
the
at
stuff.
twitch.tv/BigBudge,
Oh.
as well as on the John Odd YouTube channel.
You can find me at twitch.tv/John Odds and on YouTube at John Odds.
You can find me Bobbity1AA on Twitch.
He has a name change. It's 3/8.
You can
Yeah.
find me on my personal channel at Forest Day,
Yeah.
a new
I
channel.
thought it was 2 8s.
Apparently it's 3. I checked his channel.
No, it's 2 8s.
I thought it was 2/8 too.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I made an outro and it actually has a correct amount, so maybe I'm just misremembering it.
No,
But
it's 2/8.
yeah, thank you all for watching. Check out the new outro. Fuck yeah, look at that.
Shit, look
Fancy.
at that.
Did you fix it? Hey.
That's horny.
Yeah, oh yeah, it looks nice.
There's 2 8s.
Nice.
2
look at
8s
that.
right there.
2 Ds.
Looks so good.
John Odds. Fuck, that was another
It's
good one.
supposed to snow tonight.
We
Yes.
were just talking about that because it feels
I
like
love
we're not
snow.
going to get any more snow.
Bring on the snow, you know? It's got to have some snow. It's going to be December. Bring on the fucking snow.
I was
right?
going to replace you with AI if you didn't come down.
Oh,
Yeah, you were about to be AI and
Yeah.
we would have made you.
Or the cow's by the joint. The cow.
Yeah, the cow is all sitting in your chair.
Yeah, I was like,
This is all grammatically correct, right? There's no mistakes. Did I spell appetite right?
is there
Big
a
tights.
uppercase and all? And
Oh, looks fucking pretty good, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I like it.